Hello everyone, I am Starlight. Welcome to my channel. Today's topic we prepared for you is to see how you should get along with the person you have in mind and what you need to be careful about. So today, like always, I have prepared 3 sets of cards for everyone. They are placed in front of me from left to right. Seat number 1, number 2 card seat, also our number 3 seat. Everyone please relax and calm down. Think about the person you want to ask and the topic of today. Then choose a set from the previous arrangement that resonates with you the most. In the process of choosing a card group, everyone can write the opinion abbreviation of the person you think in your heart below to strengthen the connection of your card group choice and also bring good luck to your chosen card group. Okay, if you've made your choice, then we'll start with deck 1. First of all, let's take a look at the face of the first deck. Guarantee of the upright one. The priestess of all the 7 emperors in reverse position. The 4 cups are 4. 4 times 6 reversed wand 8 and middle wand 3 good. That is our number 1 card set. I think friends who see this set of cards actually. The object you are thinking of in your heart. He is a person whose vision tends to be more long-term, so they are relatively careful when doing things. He is convinced about some things, or he thinks it might happen. There will be a stronger idea that will make him feel that it will happen, so he is more concerned if 2 people get along. When he makes a decision but you don't agree too much, he will feel like, why don't you want to believe him? Because I think you are also very assertive people. So you guys may easily have conflicts over some issues. It's possible that you may question or don't quite believe in what the other person is saying. It's just that you will have some of your own judgments that make you likely to question what the other person says. But the other party will feel that he says these words or makes such decisions also because he may have had such experiences, or he has made such a situation according to the current situation to make analysis and judgment. But he thinks that you seem to be unable to reach a consensus with him and unwilling to make compromises with him. So if you argue with him because of some of his decisions, he may feel that you don't trust him enough. Because he himself is a big believer in masculinity, so he often wants to make decisions about everything. He is also quite stubborn and domineering. At this time, you may need to follow him a bit, because if you go against him, he might get angry because he thinks he is following some decisions made from past experiences. But why can't you always have to question the decisions he wants to make? If it's once or twice, it's okay, but if a lot of things are like this, he will start to consider whether you two are still compatible or not. It will return to a very rational state. Start a rational evaluation. So you'll find that if such a situation occurs, the other person may suddenly not want to talk to you. Because what he actually cares more about is your approval. He hopes you're willing to believe in the decisions he makes and trust him. So for this object, in your interactions with him, you may need to follow along at the right time. Don't be too hot to argue with the other party. You can first acknowledge some of the thoughts expressed by the other person, then propose your own ideas. If you think about this group of parties and there's no conflict between you, then actually, it's good you guys can observe the other party in such a clock hand to see if they will have such a temperament. If they do, you can start to pay more attention to this point and try to communicate with the other party in a softer attitude. Actually, when you're vulnerable, the other person won't just stand there either. And this person is actually quite nice to you because he really values his stable life. So this is also why he would highly recommend you to trust him. How much do you really believe in him? If you keep doubting or suspecting him, he might get unhappy. So pay attention to this point. So how are things between you two? Might be a bit slow for now. But everyone don't need to be too anxious. You can take your time during this period. Take your time to get along with the other party, because he also hopes to be able, after mutual understanding between the two parties, they move into the next stage. So in this relationship, I hope everyone can slowly accept and trust this relationship. Actually, the person in question is serious about going on with you. He is wishing the friends who chose this party. If you want to know more about this topic or have other questions, especially if you encounter other problems in your love life and want to know what to do next, you can open up and talk about it. This is the message that the first deck of cards wants to convey to everyone, and I hope the previous message has helped everyone. Let's take a look at the R sign seat next. Alright, let's firstly take a look at the number 2 sign. Guarantee 2, everyone for star coin 4. You also for moon card, you also for star coin 3. Cards. The reverse judgment card, security 4, and the upright preparedness 2. Okay, this is our number 2 card set. I feel if you choose this set, you might be too eager to control the development of your relationship. This might make the other person feel a bit too bound. So at this time, he might not want to be controlled by you and might feel like escaping, because you might want to make progress quickly with this person, which makes him feel like there is a sense of rushing. So he may feel as if not following what you said would disrupt your plan. So I thought of this group of cards, maybe you guys want to feel stable too much. Or maybe you want a certain emotional state, but you might ignore the other person's thoughts, not considering whether they are ready at these states. So, the feeling you give to the other party is that you are always going it alone, and sometimes it makes the other party feel that the relationship is not equal. He would only want to retreat because he feels that he is not much needed in such a relationship. He feels that he doesn't need to be too serious. So I think everyone might need to review whether such a problem exists in your relationship. But this isn't really a criticism of everyone's dictatorship. It's just that sometimes there may be some details you didn't notice, but in the eyes of others or in the feelings of others, this relationship will have a powerful destructive power. So this point is something I hope everyone can pay attention to. Because this may just be a habit in your emotions. That is, you always feel insecure in any relationship, which makes you want to hold on to the other person and hope they can give you enough. I hope he can give you some of the things you want and keep buying. But maybe no one has ever mentioned this problem, because if you are not familiar with you, you might just feel that you are more. So the better way to get along with this object is not to rush or control the direction of the relationship. But you still need to adjust yourselves in time. Don't go too far. He disguises himself or wants to grasp a lot of things because the other party actually needs to be invaded. You need the other person to express their inner thoughts and listen to their suggestions. So the current way of interaction may make them think. It's more tiring, and such a mode of getting along is difficult to continue because the other party will also feel a little scared in terms of communication and will feel like you are. There is a kind of forcing him to feel that he doesn't want to say, so I hope you guys don't give the other party some oppressive attitude for the time being. Wait until your relationship eases. Afterwards, ask the other person what they think about this relationship. Listen more to their feelings and let them express their opinions. So, everyone wants to know more about this topic.
If you have some questions, or if you have other problems in your love life and want to know what to do next, you can come and chat with Starmang. This is a message that the second group of cards wants to bring to everyone. I also hope that the message just now has helped everyone. Let's look at the third set of cards last. Okay, let's first look at the hand of cards from group 3. The Star in reverse, the Tower, the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Fool, the Two of Wands, the Innovator in reverse, the Sun, and the other Wheel of Fate. Well, that's our third deck. I think, like this set of cards, the person you're thinking of might still be in a rather sad mood and still needs a chance for healing. His current grieving process seems like he may not have yet recovered from. Maybe you haven't been able to walk out of the emotional experience of the past, or maybe a close relative has left recently, so you still can't do it. In such a state that he is still more inclined towards some more negative emotions and thoughts at present though. He has not spent much time on work and relationships as his recent condition is not very good. He is in a very low state, so I think this person indeed needs some time to rejuvenate. I think he is also a cheerful person hopes to cheer up as soon as possible. If you are in an ambiguous stage with him, he prefers not to have too many frameworks for the relationship. I don't expect too much progress too soon. He will be more casual because he will feel that his current state is not very good and it still needs some time, so he would hope that your relationship can continue. But if you have a direction, if you speak too strongly, he might feel uncomfortable and might even want to leave because he wants the two of you to be. You can handle it in a more relaxed way. He is actually quite accepting of you, but he still hopes you won't make him feel pressured, like you can settle down with him right away, or let him walk out of such a sad state. So for this object, you can't be too forceful with it because it needs... When there's someone who understands him, he hopes that this person can quietly stay by his side. He finds this mode of interaction comforting. It's more gentle and it's exactly what he needs now. So he hopes that when you treat him, you can be a bit more gentle. Don't always lose your temper with him. After he releases all his negative emotions during this period, he will actually return to his previous normal state. So he also hopes you can approach him from the perspective of a companion. He is quite sensitive at this stage. So don't expect too much from everyone. Otherwise, he might shrink back. So I hope everyone can pay more attention during the process of getting along with this object. I accompany him, guide him through this difficult process. He also needs you to take into account his inner thoughts and feelings recently. If you want to know more about this topic, have other questions, or are facing other problems in your love life and want to know what to do, then you can come and chat with Xingbang. That's all for today's topic, and I hope today's content can be helpful. Thanks for your support. See you in the next video. Bye bye.